The CM Punk teasers and hints continue to pour in from WWE, so we'll take a look at some new teasers there. We'll also check out some more details with the Undertaker's return, the Bloodline, and more. It feels like we need to talk about CM Punk every day because WWE is dropping hints aimed at Punk's return on every show, and new reports continue to come out as well on him. So over the last few weeks, we had Seth Rollins referring to himself as the best in the world, Michael Cole referencing Punk's Ring of Honor promo, and now even getting teases on SmackDown. This teaser took place on the October 6th edition of WWE SmackDown. The commentary team was running through the card for WWE Fastlane, and right as Seth Rollins versus Nakamura's graphic was on the screen, Corey Graves dropped a very interesting line that felt like it was definitely scripted for him to say. While speaking on Rollins versus Nakamura, Corey Graves said, quote, "The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making the world forget that he existed," end quote. This is an exact quote that CM Punk has used throughout his entire career, with many memorable promos. So the second that Corey Graves dropped that line, the community just exploded with more buzz about CM Punk's WWE return, because this teaser followed the exact format of the teasers we've been seeing over the last few weeks. And that's the format of a CM Punk hint or reference being made while Seth Rollins is being talked about or seen on screen. That moment there with Corey Graves dropping that line in that fashion just really continues the theme we've been seeing for almost a month now. So Corey really went viral with that line, and fans really started to believe that this can't be a coincidence anymore, that they must be basically confirming that CM Punk is back at this point. But Corey Graves did take to Twitter to address the super viral moment from SmackDown and had this to say on it, quote, "You guys should really see the usual suspects," end quote. So Corey's trying to say that he was referencing the film that the quote is originally from, rather than it being a reference to CM Punk. But considering all the other teasers that have been happening, the fans really aren't buying Corey's cover-up. Maybe they thought it would be a subtle teaser, but Corey's line from SmackDown ended up being the most viral teaser that most fans caught on to. It's been plastered all over headlines this week that CM Punk really wants the reunion to happen, but how the ball is in WWE's court. And there's also been an update to that story. Fightful claims that if this reunion between WWE and CM Punk really is going to happen, then he's going to have to make up with a few top superstars that still have issues with him. Those top superstars being Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Way back during a 2020 interview with Complex's Load Management podcast, Roman Reigns had this to say about working with CM Punk again in the future, and what his thought is of him as a person. Quote, "I don't like the guy. I don't know many people who do, but I'm willing to put business first and really make good content if that's the case. He'd probably have to be slapped around a few times in order to get his mind right. But if he's willing, and the fans and the audience are going to like it and be into it, then most likely I'm going to be into it," end quote. Then Seth Rollins said just earlier this year that CM Punk was a locker room cancer, and how he hoped Punk stayed away from WWE forever. Rollins did expand on those comments and had this to say about Punk during that Wrestling Inc. interview. Quote, "That guy has given my career so much that it pains me to have to say bad things about him, because he helped me out. He really did. He's been a good guy to me for a lot of my career, but for whatever reason, the past maybe 6 or 7 years, he's in a really different headspace and we're not on the same page. To see what he's done and taken and taken and taken, and it's always been about him. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. There's a place for him, man. He's got a lot to give. I just wish his head was in the right spot," end quote. And many people feel like there's probably more superstars that feel the same way that Roman and Seth feel towards CM Punk. So that's why reports have been saying that if this is gonna happen, everything there between Punk and certain individuals would have to be nicely squashed. Seth Rollins did say in the past that he'll never work with Matt Riddle at all in WWE. because of a personal incident in the past. But they were able to squash everything and put on a great feud with each other for the fans. So hopefully same things happen here, where everything should be squashed and it leads towards this memorable return run for CM Punk. It's no secret that WWE is loading up the October 10th edition of NXT as they go head-to-head with AEW and Edge's AEW debut match. John Cena, Paul Heyman, Cody Rhodes, Asuka, and the Judgment Day will all be on the show. But late in the week, rumors started to go around that even the Undertaker would be in town for NXT and make his first appearance on WWE television since earlier this year, where he was involved in a segment with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. WWE didn't directly address the rumor of the Undertaker's NXT appearance, but the Undertaker gong could be heard during the NXT advertisement that aired during SmackDown, basically indirectly confirming the rumors that Undertaker will be on NXT. So it doesn't appear that WWE is messing around at all with this head-to-head with AEW. SmackDown took another turn this week when Rhea Ripley met with Paul Heyman to discuss another possible collaboration between the Bloodline and the Judgment Day. The two factions have worked together earlier this year, and it was pretty successful for the most part, so the Judgment Day wants to make it happen again. But another theme we continue to see is the theme of Rhea Ripley being presented as the group's leader. Ever since Rhea has returned, she has taken the shot-calling leadership role for the group and is running away with it in a great way. Finn, Damian, and Dominic weren't even in the room for the negotiations. It was just Paul Heyman and Rhea Ripley who talked things out. Heyman said that he had to run things through Roman, and Rhea basically threatened the Bloodline if the deal wasn't authorized. So Heyman and Roman get on the phone, and Heyman gives us a big reveal at the end of the show that Roman Reigns did accept Rhea Ripley's proposal. It'll be interesting to see where this collaboration goes next within the story. It's also interesting how Roman accepted Rhea's proposal so fast. Did Roman feel seriously in danger from Rhea's threat, and that's why he accepted it? Because Roman and the Bloodline at their peak wouldn't let anyone really bully them around like this. So to see Roman not even try to hold off on the Judgment Day's offer is a bit strange. It's also even more weird because the Judgment Day includes the current Money in the Bank contract holder, Damian Priest, who can cash in on Roman at any time. So why would Roman want Damian even closer to him and his day-to-day operation? You can argue that the entire keep your enemies closer standpoint, and maybe that's what it is, but we'll have to see how this continues to unfold for the Bloodline and the Judgment Day and the storyline explanation. As usual, Roman Reigns will have quite a lot to address when he returns on October 13th. So we'll see everything he decides to touch on. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.